All right, guys, it's a special Saturday afternoon edition of MMAOB Daily Podcast, Saturday, September 20th, 2025. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin. That's Big Marcel. It's the MMAOB Daily Podcast, and we're here to preview UFC Perth. It's an off week, Marcel, no UFC today. So I figured why not get out of the way today. You agreed you're you're not doing much right now. You're just taking a break from Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I think. So have you been playing, by the way, lately, or?
No, so there was an expansion for Assassin's Creed on Tuesday. So I've played the expansion. I'm already outplayed the expansion. So I only have to get a few more trophies. So, but yeah, Tony Hawk I haven't played for a week probably. So yeah.
Fair enough. I just tweeted it, by the way. I'm gonna retweet it right now. All right, guys. So we're gonna do two podcasts for you today. We'll do the preview. There's I think 14 fights. Dude, there was at one point my dream of 20 fights almost came true, and you were so fucking pissed. You're like, this motherfucker Dana keeps adding fights to this card. I have to stay up and write about all these fights for Eurosport.
Yeah, and the problem is if it's quality fights, I don't care, but there's a lot of quantity, so
like Elisha, Ellison, and Brando Pericic.
Yeah,
dude,
you can go first with that one.
Well, I'll talk about it in a minute. Let me get the thing set up, but let's get some comments here. But I'm just trying to get up the podcast up. By the way, guys, if you missed it, we interviewed Stefan Struve on Monday, so that was a really cool interview. Go check that out. The skyscraper. He spent about 45 minutes with us. We appreciate your time, Stefan. Not that you're listening right now, but no, he was awesome. I thought Stefan was great, Marcel. I really enjoyed that show with him. Super cool guy. Like I was telling Marcel before we go on, one of my friends he's like super tall, and I was like, dude, we just interviewed Struve. Reminded me of you. He started laughing. He's like, you motherfucker. This guy's like this one guy I went to school with. He's probably almost 7 feet tall, like I was telling Marcel. But closest thing, I did think it was interesting. I asked him. I think it was. I can't remember. It was someone asked in the comments, what was the hardest person that punched him? It was Roy Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Were you surprised by that one, or?
Yeah, actually, I was.
Same.
He was going to say Mark Hunt or something.
That's what I thought. Because that's the thing. I was talking to my friend last night. He's like, has he recovered from the Hunt knockout yet? I'm like, that was a crazy knockout, though, honestly.
Yeah.
Remember that picture of him with the jaw was floating around? Yeah. So tough motherfucker, though, man. Anyways, if you guys missed it, really cool interview. Yeah, super awesome guy. And taking the money, too, Marcel, from the
smart.
Dude, Marcel, if someone handed you money, would you say no to it?
No.
I still don't get Montague, man.
Yeah.
Actually, right while I'm doing this, getting set up. Some rumors out there that he might fill in. Is that heard anything for
the only thing?
Rafael Fiziev?
The only thing I've heard that was before the news came out that Rafael was out. I told you that as well, I think.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. So and then I think Octagon.
Just before Octagon update posted it officially, Marcel's like, "Hey, I heard that he might be out, but I have to confirm." And then Octagon confirmed it really quickly.
Yeah. So I have no idea, dude. I mean, there are a lot of things online that people are posting, but I don't think anything is official. So I have no idea at all, to be honest. And I also haven't looked into it.
I understand. All right, we got Joe in the chat. What's up, man? Ray, what's up, man? Octagon, fair enough. Yeah. No, hey, dude, if you want to watch MMA, tune in later. It's up to you. You know what I mean? I get it. I fully get it. Lazy Bet turned off the Octagon prelims to be here. Appreciate that, man. We're only going to go for 90 minutes anyways. We'll do this, and then we'll do contender, and then we'll do fight announcements really quick. What's up, True? Tristan, what's up, man? Glad to have you here as well, brother. Dirty Way was just up. I know. I kind of wish there was a card today, too. Although Dana's increased it to 40. It went from 42 to 43 to 44 for next year, Marcel. You probably saw that. 44 cards. What's up, Tristan? He's going to UFC Vancouver. It's awesome, man. Enjoy it, brother. Will they put another fight on the Perth card?
No.
You would know. Yeah, no?
No.
Okay. Oh, look, our guy here. Here he is.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man? What's up, George? Happy Saturday, gentlemen. At the pool, plan to watch college football, but want to stop by. Pay due respects to two pillars of credibility. Oh, I appreciate that. I've never heard that one before, Marcel. Pillars of credibility. I don't know. Are you sure you're talking about us? You might be talking about someone. He's not talking about me. That's for sure. Maybe talking about you and Octagon update.
Adam just screenshotted this, and he will put it above his bed.
I thought he was talking about Crazy Kevin Octagon update, not me and you, Marcel. So, anyways, yeah, we have 14 fights to break down. I mean, I guess we should get into it. But yeah, I want to plug that Struve interview because I really enjoyed talking to him. But I had two Dutch guys on the podcast, man. It was tough. You guys got to say a prayer for me next time. I have two Dutch bastards on the podcast. No, I'm kidding. I love Struve. He's an awesome dude. Really good interview, and Marcel was awesome too. All right, let's pop a beer open, guys. I got nothing to do today. I don't have my child today, so There's no UFC to write about, Marcel. I don't have to worry about tweeting something stupid on air. So there you go. There you go, guys.
Enjoy.
Delicious, fucking delicious. I know you can't drink your monsters anymore, so I'll have a beer for us.
No problem, dude. No problem.
You miss them though, eh? You miss them?
I mean, I can still drink like the zero version.
It's shit though, eh?
Yeah, it's not that good.
I get it. Oh, what's up, Craig? What's going on, man? Our friend Craig is here. What's going on, brother? Glad to have you here. All right, let's get into the chat. Let's get into the fights. Overall, your thoughts on this card? 14 fights. I always ask you. Give me out of 10. What's your thoughts on this card?
4.
Really?
Yeah. That's just not a good card, in my opinion. It's pretty much a main event. A main event with a main card fight. The main card fight is Jake Matthews against Neil Magny, and all the others are prelims, in my opinion. It doesn't make. I don't say like those are all bad fights. That's not what I'm saying, but it's like really minimal what they put on the card, in my opinion. And too many heavyweights again. But yeah, that's
way too many heavyweights. I would go 6 out of 10. I think there'll be some fun fights, good finishes, but like name value wise. And the thing is, I think there's only 3 ranked fighters. 2 are in the main event. The other one is on the prelims, Loma, right? That's it. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Anyways, but yeah, I think there's some fights I'm looking forward to, some prospects, but some of these heavyweight fights are not too good either. So we'll talk about those. George Adam is the only honest Canadian MMA journalist. Dude, I'm telling you, when it comes to scoring fighters' performances, when I was ripping that Riley De Silva guy to shreds, I was getting some hate from my fellow Canadians for that fight. They're like, why are you putting this guy down like he's Canadian? I'm like, it just was a bad fight. Like, we're supposed to lie about it and be like, just because he's Canadian? Like, the Cody Travanchek kid, like, he looked good, But there's a reason he got passed on. Dana's just like, yeah, dude, what are you doing? Like,
what's the other one who got bad that you call somebody a weasel, right?
Oh, I got ripped on for the Patty McCory guy. But we'll talk about that after. We'll do the Contender Series recap. Marcel is the anti-Kev. Anti-Kev, there you go. Yeah, you check with 2 sources, not just one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about Micallef. He's on the prelims. I like that fight. I should get Crazy Kid to be. I didn't know. Oh yeah, for his interviews. Yeah, I guess he does have one. All right, let's get into the fights, guys. As always, we start with the first fight on the card. Work our way up. I'm using Marcel's latest bout order you sent me. I think you posted on your.
That's very
Twitter.
Smart of you. Yeah.
Yeah, you posted on Twitter. All right, let's start with the first fight. All right, Marcel. You want to set this one up?
No, you go first.
Dana.
Oh, like that.
Dana, we have a heavyweight bout opening UFC Perth. We have 2 prospects as Brando Pericic takes on Elisha Ellison. Dana, this is going to be a heavyweight banger. Someone's going to get knocked out. Odds for this one, Brando Pericic minus 170, Elisha Ellison plus 145. Take it away, Big Marcel.
No, you go first with this one.
Oh, wait, Pierre just asked about Fiziev. You just talked about it. He doesn't have an update.
No,
Marcel just mentioned at the beginning. Oh, boy. Should I be honest or be nice? What should I do?
No, be honest. You did a complete research of this fight.
I actually did. I actually did the tape study. I did it. I can't believe it. I told you I only do tape study really when it's a new fighter. If I've never seen these guys. I mean, you can look at their record and get something from that, but it's better to watch a few fights on YouTube. And these fights don't last long because they're all finishes for the most part. I don't think either of these guys should be in the UFC. This is about as low level of a UFC fighter that I've seen in a while, especially in the men's heavyweight division, which says a lot, Marcel, because this is the worst division in the UFC. I don't think these guys are UFC level at all. Someone probably gets a finish in this fight, but it doesn't mean they should be in the UFC. I think this was originally Contender Series, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It was.
That made more sense to me because like these guys have minimal experience. They're very green. They've actually both recently lost in like the last couple fights. So it's just a weird matchup. Like, I don't think they should be in the UFC. Again, there's some power here, but I wasn't impressed really, man. Pericic, Croatian guy, I think he lives in Australia, Marcel, like you mentioned to me. He's got some power. He can push you against the fence a little bit. He's got some takedown ability, I guess. Again, not super, super impressed, but at least he's from Australia. I get it. The Ellison guy, though, Jesus, like he has power. He's knocked a few guys out, but the guys he's fighting are so bad. And there was a fight last year where he got submitted by this big fat dude, and it's just like it was like you submitting him, Marcel. Like I'm like this random guy submitted him, and I'm like, wow, why is this guy in the UFC now? Like 2 fights later, he beats 2 other guys with like bad records and gets in the UFC. Unreal. I don't want to spend too much time on this fight. I just think this fight sucks. I really do. There's another heavyweight prospect in the card that I actually think is good, but these guys are just not UFC level, man. They're not. And if they go and prove me wrong, don't have a great career and they go on to win the championship or something or become ranked, I'll be happy to go back to this podcast, 10 years later and be like, I'm a fucking idiot. But I think both these guys, Marcel, will fight like 3 or 4 times in the UFC, go 1-3 or 0-4 and get cut. That's what I think happens here. So I'll take Pericic by knockout. I don't like this fight. I think it sucks and it's not UFC level. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I have not much to add to that. I mean, I don't know why they placed it to the Perth guy instead of Dana White contender. Maybe Perisic couldn't get a visa to fight in Las Vegas. I have no idea. Ellison is like also training partner of Chase Hooper, I think. He's always in Chase Hooper's
Not a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, man. I also going with Perisic. I think he has the home advantage. I know Australia is not New Zealand. He's from the same camp as Izzy and Volkanovski. But I always what's City Kickboxing? I always forget the name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's an Anzac fighter, So yeah, I'm picking him. But I mean, probably by knockout. And if he doesn't knock out, probably the other guy gets a knockout. I have no idea, dude.
I think Perich is a better fighter, but it's not saying a lot. The other guy's got power, but my God, his ground game is bad. Go watch the fight that he lost last year, guys, on YouTube. It's on YouTube. I can't remember the guy's name he fought, but it's so low level. I'm shocked that the UFC that Mick signed this guy. Mick's got to find better heavy. Actually, just sign. I saw Nolan. You see Nolan King's article. He's like, Mick Maynard signs 3 new heavyweights to UFC. These guys are all like pretty low level, but
yeah.
Up, Daniel. Yeah, no, we appreciate you being here, man. So enjoy it, buddy. All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. We have another UFC debutant here. We got Michelle Montague taking on Luana Carolina. And the odds for this one have Montague minus 210, Luana plus 180. You want to start on this or you want me to
Yeah,
do it?
sure.
You want to start?
Yeah, you go first. If you want to go first, you can go first.
No, it doesn't matter, really. I did do the tape study on her, too. So I remember her from PFL a little bit, but kind of forgot. So I went back and watched her fight. Again, they're on YouTube. You guys can watch yourself. You can make your own opinion. I think the girl's okay. She's decent ground. She tends to go to the ground. She'll like to take people down. Decent striking. Trains an American top team. So, I mean, that's always a good thing. That's a great camp. That being said, Marcel, I mean, her level competition has been pretty weak.
I feel something coming here.
Yeah, there might be something coming because here's the thing, man. There's certain fighters, right, Marcel, that we love as dogs. You know me. Jesus Aguilar's a dog. I'm hitting that button.
Yeah.
Marcel, when our boy Jan Blachowicz, when he was in his prime, when he was a dog every fight, we used to hit that button a lot for him. Luana Carolina is another fighter that is always a dog, and she often wins. I mean, she's underrated, I think, guys. She's 6-3 in the UFC. It's a good record. 3-fight win streaks looked really good lately, and she's been fighting legitimate competition. Obviously she's not amazing. She's not a contender by any means, but pretty solid takedown defense, good striking. I think Montague's going to struggle a bit here to take her down, and on the feet, I think it's going to be competitive. I think the odds are pretty extreme, honestly. Like for a girl that's making her debut, who's fought kind of bad competition, I think taking on someone that's legitimately a solid fighter in the UFC 6-3 record, 3-fight win streak, who's finishing fights now. I hit the button. I mean, this is a no-brainer for me, dude. Oh yeah, have to take it. Have to take Carolina. I think it goes to decision. I think she wins the decision. And I'll be honest with you guys. There's a few of these Australian, New Zealand fighters on this card that I think might go down on this card. This is one of them. So I'm definitely taking the dog. You agree?
Nope. I'll go with Michelle Montague here.
You're gonna be wrong on this one. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, I think she can win 2 of the 3 rounds, dude. Listen, Carolina's okay, but I also don't think she is that amazing. I mean, she cashed out as an underdog many times. I know that because you picked her before a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
I think Montague wins this one, man. I think she wins a close fight, 2-1, 29-28. And if it's even more close, she gets a decision. Because she has more of a home advantage, you know what I mean? So I think it will be close, but this is one you're going to sweat probably, So
yeah, that's fair. I expect to be competitive. I have to take the dog though. Again, I think she's going to struggle to get takedowns. It's not like Carolina's easy to take down, and it's going to be a lot of clinch fighting in this fight. But I'm counting up how many times Carolina's won as an underdog in the UFC. So she beat Lupi as an underdog. That's her biggest win, obviously. She beat Ivana Petrovic as an underdog. She beat Stoliarenko as an underdog. So 3 times. 3 out of the 6 wins are as a dog. So, and sorry, actually, yeah, three. So, no, 4. I forgot this one. Pollyanna Battaglia, she was a plus 200 underdog in that fight. 4 of her 6 wins are as an underdog. This is a no-brainer for me, dude. I'm definitely doing it. Definitely doing it. So there you go. You guys can all take Montague. I get it. I mean, she's undefeated, trains an American top team, but I don't think she's that good, man, honestly. All right, let's go to the next fight. We'll go to this one, guys. This one's a little tricky, I think. I think it's one of the tougher ones, so I'll start with you on this one, Marcel. Jamie Mullarkey taking in Rolando Bedoya. Odds for this one. Rolando Bedoya, small favorite, minus 115. Mullarkey, minus 105. Essentially a pick 'em. Really a slight lean towards Bedoya. So slight lean. What do you think here as far as the odds go? What do you think though for a
Yeah,
pick?
man, might be the first fighter ever who was 0-3 in the UFC who is a favorite coming into his 4th fight. But that says a lot about Jamie Mullarkey as well. I think the dude is like, he was okay when he came in the UFC, and he's still only 31. It's crazy. I would think he's much older, but yeah, I'm not sold on him at all. You got one win over John McDessie. I wanted to say over John McDessie in his last 4 fights. If you look at Bedoya's fight, I mean, the fight against Chaos Williams, I still think he won that fight. He lost by split decision, and then I was high on him on the Song Kanan fight, and he looked really bad in that fight, and he clearly lost that fight. And then he lost to Jai Herbert. So it's like, for me, it's kind of like who I like more in this fight. I like Bedoya more, although Mullarkey can be annoying like he was against Francisco Prado, and maybe can try
Yeah,
to grind him out for 15 minutes. But
yeah.
I think Bedoya can make sure to keep a little bit more standing and even can finish Mullarkey. So I'm going Orlando Bedoya by TKO in the 2nd round. That's my pick.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with him too, but I'm not super confident. I mean, how
Same.
can you be 0-3?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right? Like, I actually think his best performance was the Chaos fight in his debut, and since then he's actually gotten worse since he moved down in weight, which is interesting. Also, obviously, Montague in the first fight, or the last fight, I should say, she moved down in weight too. So a lot of fighters, move down in weight. You never really know how they're going to do. I don't think he's looked that good at lightweight. The thing is, this side, like, Mullarkey's looked even worse lately. I think he's looked horrible. Now, to be fair, fighting good competition, right? So give him that, but still think, very, very chinny, man. Like, the chin is pretty much gone at this point. I think it'll be like somewhat competitive fight, probably on the feet. But like you said, I think Bedoya probably will land the harder shots here. He might drop Mullarkey. He could knock him out, very possible. He hasn't shown knock power in the UFC, but Mullarkey's chin is pretty much toast at this point. Marcel, 4 knockout losses in the UFC, and ever since that fight with Naimov, where he was like a minus 400 or 500 favorite and got starched, he's just looked really bad. Like, I thought he lost to McDessie too, although that's something to keep in mind. That was in Australia, right? And the judges gave it to him, so always something to keep in mind. I think it goes probably the distance if I had to guess, but Bedoya lands harder shots, wins a competitive decision. But I wouldn't bet on either guy. All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this fight, man. We have Colby Thicknesse taking on Josias Musasa. Odds for this one have Josias Musasa minus 150, Thicknesse plus 130. I'll let you start.
So yeah, Josias Musasa was a massive favorite going into the fight against Carlos Vera, and he lost by rear naked choke. He got knocked down, and then he got choked out. He got the contract on Contender Series against Tanzilovi in a fight. I wasn't really sure that he should get a contract. But yeah, Musasa, he's still pretty young. I think he's 25, 26 or something. Colby Thicknesse got signed as a Hex Fight Series champion earlier this year, and he lost to Alexandra Topuria. Was an okay fight. Wasn't amazing, but Topuria did enough to win. The thing is, like, I'm not really convinced in both guys. So it's really hard to go with a pick here. If I have to pick, I'm going with Musasa, dude. I think Musasa can win this fight by finish. So I'm going Josias Musasa. I'm picking him by TKO, so I'm fading here an Anzac guy this time. Is he the favorite? He was favorite, right?
Yeah, minus 150. He
Yeah,
actually opened as a bigger favorite, I think. Let me check what it was. It was bigger though. He opened at minus 300, so like, yeah, quite a bit of money's coming on Thicknesse. Hit the button for me. I'm taking a dog again. I can't pick Musasa, dude. I can't do it. Like, I don't think either guy's that great. I was higher on Musasa, I think, but man, losing and he got choked out, but he got dropped before he got choked out. It was a horrible showing. The Tanzilovi win at the time I thought was pretty good, but looking back, I mean, split decision, like, it wasn't that good. And then the other guys he's fought in Africa, pretty low level. Like, I'm not saying Thicknesse is amazing, but I think he can win this fight, man. Like I can't pick Musasa anymore, especially as a favorite. I was planning to, but just thinking about it more and kind of looking back at these guys' fights, like I think it'll be a bit of a dogfight. I think Thicknesse has got more dog in him, man. Honestly, I think it's gonna be one of these fights where he shows up for the crowd and gets a win. I don't think he finishes the fight. I think it probably goes the distance, but yeah, I got to go with not Colby Covington, Colby Thicknesse. So, well, I get what you're saying, True, but if you want to take Musasa, go ahead. I thought he was going to start fair. This isn't really even about that. Like, I, I just think it's going to be a competitive fight. So yeah, I think I got to go with the dog on this one too. I'm taking quite a few dogs today, actually, guys. So keep that in mind. All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. We have Cam Rowston taking on Andre Petroski, and odds to this one have Petroski minus 155, Rowston plus 135. What do you think?
I think that's a pretty easy pick, to be really honest. I'm not really impressed by Cam Rowston. He lost to every notable name he fought against. He lost to Malkoon early in his career. That Fiteketeku or whatever his name is, who was supposed to sign with the UFC as
Yeah,
well. He lost to him.
why did that guy never get signed?
I have no idea.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Go ahead, though. Go
I
ahead.
have no idea. And he lost to Taurus Finney, who pretty much tried to dry hump him, but he lost to him. And then he went on the Day Night Contender Series. Petroski is kind of the guy who is like against the top 15, but probably will not get into the top 15. He's somewhere between 15 and 20. Not really spectacular, but he's, how do you say, his basic is okay. You know what I mean? He wins the fights I suspect him to win. Um, he should be winning this fight, dude. I mean, he should be decisioning Cam Rowston. So Andre Petroski for me any day.
I'll take Petroski too. I think he wins a decision here. Like, I don't know. I mean, Rowston looked good on Contender, but again, the guy he fought had like no experience at all, really. So it's hard to say. And then I don't think, again, like you, I don't think Petroski's like an amazing fighter, but like he kind of is like he does all the basics pretty well. Decent striking, pretty good ground game. It always looks like he's gonna gas out, and then he actually finishes these guys in the third round. So it's kind of interesting. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I mean, Rowston I think has to finish him, and he could. I don't think Petroski's chin is that good. I think that's the one thing, but
Yeah.
again, I feel like it's a big step up from the guy he just fought, and Petroski's fighting top 15 guys like pretty much every fight now. So yeah, Petroski by decision. That's my pick on this one. So same pick as you. Let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have let's see here. My list is
Oban.
lagging. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Oban Elliott against Jonathan Micallef. I'm looking forward to this fight. This is one of the better fights.
Yep.
Minus 120, Oban Elliott, plus 100 underdog, Jonathan Micallef. Hit the button for me, buddy. Let's go. This is an absolute no-brainer for me. I'm going to make Micallef as one of my my best bets this week. I have to take Jonathan Micallef. Man, incredible debut. And again, the opposition wasn't, amazing by any means, but I was so impressed by that debut, man. The guy showed everything in that fight against Josias. Striking, it looked incredible. And then obviously on Contender Series, got that finish over Muhammad Adu, the Canadian guy, Marcel. So the captains look great. He's going to have the hometown edge here. And then Oban Elliott, listen, he had a nice run to the start of his UFC career, but he got exposed badly in his last fight against Suk Young Ko, Marcel. I know, you want to see it. You can say it after. He actually has a fight book. I saw your Instagram. We'll talk about it after. But that was a horrible performance. Horrible. And, I think Micallef actually is just the better fighter everywhere. I think he's the better striker and probably the better grappler. Underdog odds? Yeah, I mean, he's the only thing he's lacking is experience, right? But I think he potentially could knock him out, honestly. Like, Micallef has knocked out people, and Elliott's been knocked out before the UFC. This is a no-brainer, dude. I mean, I'm definitely taking the dog. What do you think? Here we go.
Consensus, dog. Yeah, I was impressed by Micallef in his UFC debut. He won a decision against Kevin Jose, but it was a really good fight, a really good performance.
Yep.
Oban Elliott has looked good in the UFC, I think, but his last fight was really bad, and maybe it's just like a bad day at the office. You never know, and maybe he's back on track in this one. But yeah, I'm going Micallef. I like Oban a lot. I think he's a great guy, but. I gotta be honest. I think Micallef will do enough to probably. I don't think he finishes him, but I think he wins a decision here.
Yeah, no, I really like him in this spot as an underdog. This is a no-brainer for me as well. So there we go. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. Loma Lookboonmee. Say it, Marcel. Do it.
My name is Loma Lookboonmee.
Says it so fast in the UFC media guide, pronunciation guide against Alexia Thainara. And Alexia, see, this one, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one because Alexia is a big favorite. Mine's 240. Loma's plus 205. And Loma has way more experience in the UFC. You know, she's obviously won a lot of fights in the UFC. I think that the last fight she didn't look great in, though. I will say that against Estela Nunes, which is not a good look because that girl, she's not in the UFC anymore, right? Estela, I don't think. 0-5.
No. Yeah.
She got cut. Yeah, not a good look, dude. In my opinion. I don't even know how she got 5 fights, but regardless, I mean, Loma's decent. You know, like obviously good striking, we know that, and decent grappling. I mean, she's just a pretty good fighter, but I've always been concerned about the size. You know, 5'1", super small. Thainara, a little bigger, coming off that first round mauling over Molly McCann, which Molly's ground game is terrible, right? But the contender fight too she looked great. I mean, the striking looked incredible in that fight. Dana signed her. I'm going to pick Thainara. I do feel like the odds are a little high though, man. Minus 240. It seems a little disrespectful to Loma, who's won all these fights in the UFC at this point. She's 7-2. You know, really good record in the UFC. I'm not sure about this one because the size I think will really come into factor in this fight. So Thainara by decision is my pick, but I don't like the odds. What do you think?
I think Loma is 3 inches shorter than her. She has a 5.5-inch reach disadvantage. And Loma needs to use her striking in this fight, I think. I think Alexia is trying to take the fight to the ground. You know, I don't say Loma doesn't have a ground game, but I think Alexia's ground game is better. I think Loma is going to try to strike with her. I think Thainara takes her down and probably gets a finish or either wins a decision. So for me, it's also Thainara here, man. I mean, this is... I think it's just a bad style matchup for Loma. I think might be wrong, but that's what I think, and that's why I go with Thainara. Sucks for Loma though, that she has to fight somebody outside the ranking who I think is pretty good.
This girl could be ranked. I mean, eventually at some point, she's good, but I still think the odds are high.
I agree with that. I agree with that for sure.
So this would be a pass for me, but it would be Thainara by decision. I'm assuming it's same pick for you. Decision.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We're rolling through here. We got the last prelim. We just rolled through 8 fights.
Rolling.
Keep rolling. Yeah, let's go. This is prelim main event, I think. Yeah, Navajo Stirling against Rodolfo Bellato. Odds for this one have Stirling minus 2. Same odds as last fight. Interestingly enough, minus 240 Stirling. Bellato plus 205. I'm taking Stirling. I'm going to do it. Marcel, I'll take him as the favorite in this fight. I don't think this guy's amazing by any means. I don't think he looked great against Ivan Ursland, who also is on this card. But I also feel like, he could bounce back in this fight against Bellato, who I can't really trust, man, after that last fight with Paul Craig, where he kind of looked for a way out, fights with Jimmy Crute to a draw, not a good look, I don't think. The one win against Ihor, I mean, he got dropped early, came back and won against a guy who's not good. He's got power, obviously. We've seen him get knocked out too, though, which is a problem. To be honest with you, it looks like they're setting up Stirling for a win here. I think he could even potentially finish this fight. I think he'll have a bounce-back performance. I don't think, again, he looked great in Montreal in the last fight, but I think it'll be a bounce-back performance here, Marcel. Actually, I don't think he looked great against Tuco Tokos either, to be honest with you. So, again, a little hefty on the odds, but I think he wins. I think he wins either a decision or a knockout. Probably a knockout, I lean towards. So that's my pick, Stirling by knockout. What do you think?
A Bellato, a mosquito, and a beetle. Hey!
Dog? Let's go.
Yeah. I'm just not convinced of Stirling, dude. I'm also not with Bellato, but Stirling has been favored in this fight. He didn't look great against Urslan. He won that fight against Tukos. It was one of the worst fights I've seen. And now he's fighting Bellato. Yeah, Bellato had that weird-ass fight last time with Paul Craig, where he... went to a no contest, which I still think that he thought that he was going to win a DQ. Jimmy Crute, draw. Yeah, I know. Poteria, who doesn't finish Poteria. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of close. It's kind of 50-50, but I have more thought that Bellato can knock him out, So I'm going with Rodolfo Bellato here by knockout.
Okay, so let's go to the main card. Now, you told me the opening was Campbell and Nolan, but I'm looking at UFC stats. They have Sutherland against Tafa opening.
No, that's the second one. It's the second fight.
Okay, well, I don't know. It looks like they switched it, but I'll take your word for it.
Let me see.
It does look like they switched it though, but I'll take your. I trust you more than these people that came and score a knockdown properly. To be honest with you, Marcel. What are you seeing now?
Let me see. Now here it has Justin Tafa Sutherland on the prelims, man. Like what the fuck?
Where?
On ESPN. I always check.
Yeah,
ESPN.
I see that. Maybe it is maybe they did go to a fight. I don't think so, but
I mean, let's just do that one first.
Sure, let's do Sutherland. We'll do the Dana. We have another heavyweight bout here between UFC debut and Louie Sutherland from Levels Fight League taking on my guy, Justin Tafa. Odds of this one have Justin Tafa -120 favorite, Louie Sutherland +100. Marcel, this is a consensus dog. I mean, we know it is, right?
Well, yeah, wait a second. UFC Australia posted the full bout order. Actually,
okay.
I can send you that tweet. Maybe that's good. Yeah, Nolan Campbell was before that. Wait, I'll send you the tweet.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll just
do your WhatsApp.
I set it up already.
Do you want to do WhatsApp?
What?
Do you need me to send it through WhatsApp?
No. Don't send it. Don't worry about it. Let's just do that. I just set it up and then you went on a tangent. You missed my whole Mick Maynard thing, man. Come on.
Okay. No, I listened to it.
Was it
and
good?
You said that we probably, and you said we most likely have the same underdog pick.
I think we do, right?
I'm picking Sutherland, yeah.
Yeah! Fuck yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Do it. Hit the button for both of us, man. Are you kidding me? How the fuck is Justin Tafa favored at this point in his career? This guy... How could you lay juice on him? This guy is just... He's getting serious Mick Maynard privilege here opening up this card. Even the fact that him and his brother on the fact that Junior was the co-main event, it's so disgusting in my opinion.
And that Junior got injured, so that fight is not on there, and then they put Justin on it instead.
Imagine that's the co-main event. They move it to co-main event. No, but in all seriousness, there's no way I'm picking this guy. Obviously, he's got power, but his chin is not great. Bad cardio, very hittable. There's just not a lot to like about Justin Tafa these days. He has power, but so does every heavyweight. I'll tell you guys, again, I wasn't super familiar with Sutherland, but I did remember a bit of his fights from Bellator. Went back to watch they're on YouTube. There's all the Levels Fight League fights. Dude, of all the new heavyweights, he looks good, Marcel. He looks good.
Did you expect him to get into acting like his dad and his brother?
Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland, Canadians?
Yeah.
Rip Donald Sutherland, he was great. But no, Kiefer, 24, amazing. And was he in Chino Man? Was that the movie he was in? Kiefer?
He's played in so many movies, man. So
I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But anyways, or that's Brendan Fraser, I guess, another Canadian. Listen, I think this guy looks pretty good. I mean, he's got crazy power. He has some ground game too. He's got hammer. There's one fight where he's just beating up this other fat guy. He's just like this. I don't know what fight it was, Marcel. It was in Levels. You probably know the one I'm talking about. It was hilarious. I think he looks pretty good. Yeah. I think he looks pretty good, man. Of the three, I'm not just saying it because he fought in Levels, because Struve was hyping this guy up a bit, but he looks pretty good to me. Obviously, they brought in Pinto from there too.
Yeah,
good fighter. There's some good fighters coming from Levels Fight League. I think Oki fought there, right? I'm not mistaken.
Oki fought there as well. Yusri fought there.
Yarno, who should be in the UFC still, I think.
Yeah.
Yarno he might come back. He might at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have to get a few wins, obviously, but I think Sutherland is decent, honestly. I think of all these heavyweight prospects on this card, he's the best one by far, and he's getting a winnable fight here against Justin Tafa, who's very chinny. I think Sutherland knocks him out. This is a no-brainer again, Marcel, as an underdog, right?
Yeah. So I did hear that there was first they wanted to do Louie Sutherland on the Contender Series, and that there was no space anymore or anything. So they told him if there's no space, we put you probably just on the UFC card. So I mean, he gets Justin Tafa. I mean, it's a winnable fight. The thing is, I have nothing against Justin Tafa, but the thing is, if you come to the UFC, undefeated guy, want to make a name for yourself, then you need to win this fight, because this is I don't want to say super low level, but it's as low level probably as you can get in the heavyweight division, because Tafa, has zero ground game. He got knockout power and that's it, But yeah, I'm taking Louie Sutherland here. Sutherland by knockout first round as well.
I feel like the odds are going to flip. I think if you want to get plus money, do it now. I think it'll close as Sutherland favorite. He should be favored in my opinion. Lazy Bed said he's going to pop for juice like Goozy. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he doesn't look like he's juicing. It looks like he's eating pretty well.
I mean, Goosey also didn't look like he was.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, here we go. Can you read this in the Mick Maynard voice?
Sure.
Can you?
Hi guys, this is UFC matchmaker Mick Maynard. Louie Sutherland hits like a truck. He's a heavy-handed fighter with dynamite in his gloves. Tafa is a fan favorite who never backs down from a fight. This is guaranteed heavyweight fireworks. See you guys in Perth.
Dude, that is fucking. Is Lacey Ben Mick Maynard? It sure seems like he's the same guy, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
That is literally what Mick would say about this fight. You know what they should do? I know Contender, they have that little box in the bottom when they're like, here's what Sean Shelby has to say about the fight, or here's what Mick. They got to start doing that for UFC fights. I will say this about Contender. They tell the story about the fighters better than the actual UFC. It's crazy, right? Like, they actually tell the story better. I learned more about the fighters from Contenders too. It makes no sense.
I think Sean Shelby is better with those parts than presenting the award for the Ultimate Fighter finale. So.
Hi, this is Sean Shelby. Here's the Ultimate Fighter.
That's funny.
You were laughing so hard when he got up there too. I know you were.
Yeah,
Lazy Brett. I mean, like I said, like he wrote the script for him. If Mick, you should send it to Mick and be like, "Hey, Mick, can you read this out loud before his fight?" You used to say you wanted Morgan Freeman to read you to bed, or not Morgan, Anthony or Chidi Njokwani, right? That's who you wanted.
Yeah. Or James Earl Jones. Also
yeah, but I think Mick Maynard should be like the bedtime storyteller. Yeah. Once his UFC career's done, he's going to start doing audiobooks instead, Marcel. Hey guys, this is Mick Maynard. We have a heavyweight bout between Louie Sala and Justin Tafa. It's going to be fireworks. Tune in UFC Perth. I'm assuming Mick will be there, not Shelby, right?
Of course he will be there. He'll make
sure.
By the
way, is there a Hex fight series or a Eternal MMA card the day before?
No idea.
Do you know?
No idea.
Does anyone know that? They probably is. I mean, there usually is, right? Won't they usually do that? I mean, is this saying much? I think Justice is better than Junior. Like, I can't believe they had Junior as the co-main event. Like, to me, it was. I mean, Crute is now. He always made sense as the co-main event, Crute, right? Like, I thought so.
I thought that the co-main event, our weirdest sauce, should have been Jake Matthews against Neil Magny.
Or that too, yeah. I mean, Neil's got the most welterweight wins. He has like 30 wins or something. UFC for some reason went away from talking heads before fights. Fighters could as well. Anything as tacky tells a story. Yeah. Or actually, well, they just have Johnny talking about the odds.
I mean,
hey guys, it's Johnny Corrales. I can't do his voice. James does it much better than me, but can you do it? Can you do it, Johnny?
Well, this is Johnny the Greek Corrales with your picks for the UFC Dana Contender Series this day. I cannot really do it.
It's not bad though. I love Johnny. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. But by the way,
he's seriously one of the nicest guys. Like, I know people give him shit. I think his picks are like, they're not bad sometimes. He gets a lot of dogs. Johnny's a super, super fucking nice guy. When I met him in person, when I went to the card 2 years ago, couldn't have been more of a gentleman. And when I've been on their show, always nice to me, dude. Always saying nice things. Really good guy, honestly. So
super friendly.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. That's why he gets these jobs. Honestly, he's really good at like networking. You know, Marcel. Yeah. That's a good skill to have. You know, Johnny's the best. He's a good guy. Honestly, he really is. What are you gonna say though?
Yeah, I was gonna say like. I think if the matchmakers do it, like giving a talk about the fight or before the fight, that's good. But with the teammates, that's just like, this guy has been my teammate for 5 years. I've been hyping him up for 5 years. I'm sure he's going to win this fight. Guys, you don't want to miss this. This is a future champion. It's like, yeah, we can do without that. You know what I mean? I understand that you're going to hype up your teammate.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're never going to say anything bad about them. Uh-huh. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. Again, you know, these fights could be switched, but we're going to go by UFC stats here. Tom Nolan against Charlie Campbell. I like this fight too. This is one of the other fights on the card that I really like. And Tom Nolan's supposed to fight. What was the original opponent again? You know, right?
There was Evan Elderman.
That's who it was, and that was a good fight too. I like Elvin a lot. So
me too.
Charlie coming in here on short notice. He hasn't fought in a while. I assume he's been training for a bit to get back here. I don't know why he hasn't booked. I think he must have been injured because he hasn't fought in a year and a bit.
He was supposed to fight Rufy, right, last year, but
that would have been a good fight too. I mean, it's a banger, right? So, I want to get your thoughts on this fight, man. We have Tom Nolan favored -150, Charlie the Cannibal Campbell +130. What do you think, man?
Man, it's so difficult, this one, I think. You know, Tom Nolan came into the UFC from the Contender Series. He was a pretty big favorite against Nicholas Mada, and he got knocked out in just more than over a minute. Then he got 3 wins, you know. but the wins were against Victor Martinez, Alex Reyes, and Borchev. Yeah, but Borchev doesn't have a ground game at all, so you can win. And I don't think it was a lot of ground game in there, but still, he was just better than Vichslav overall. If you look at Charlie Campbell, he also got an Alex Reyes win, in his debut, but he finished him in the first round, and a Trevor Peak win. Yeah, it's difficult, man. I think, Tom Nolan will have a home advantage, of course, So if it's going close, it's probably going him. But I think Charlie Campbell can finish him, man. So I'm picking Charlie Campbell, picking the underdog here in this one. So Charlie Campbell.
Let's go.
You too?
Yep.
There you go.
Third consensus dog, that's crazy. Wow. That might be a record. World record just set here in the MMAOB Daily Podcast. So I think Tom Nolan's a good fighter, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he's well-rounded, but he's got a big problem, right? This thing right here.
It's chin.
Not good. It's not good. Charlie hits fucking hard. The other thing is, like, Tom has been wrestling a bit in his fights. Like against Slava, he wrestled, right? Charlie's got decent wrestling. We saw that against, it was a Peak, right? So he's got the wrestling to rely on. I don't think Charlie's chin is amazing either, but I do think Charlie's, like, really solid overall. And the one concern to me is the short notice. But again, I don't think he would have taken this fight had he not been training. I think he'd been waiting, like you said, for a bit to get back in there. Had that canceled fight, but is ready to go. And power, he's got the wrestling to match up here. I think it's going to be one of these fights where Tom actually, like, looks good early, but gets caught in an exchange and gets knocked out. So I can't pick Tom Nolan, guys. I think the chin is a huge question mark. He's a good fighter, but has a big gaping hole with the defense. So I'm going to go with Charlie Campbell, the Cannibal, take the underdog here. And I think it's a fun fight. I think this is one of the card. It's probably like my, second, third, fourth favorite fight in the card, I'd say. Like you said, Marcel, the 14 fights, a lot of them are filler fights. This is a good fight. So is it possible this is actually better than the original fight? I think Elder's, a good fighter too, but I like Campbell even better, to be honest with you, as to watch. I think he's very exciting. So same pick as Big Marcel. Let's go to the next fight here, guys. This is Jake Matthews, right? Magny? This one? Yeah. Jake Matthews, Neil Magny. I'm curious to your thoughts on this one, man. Minus 500, Jake Matthews, plus 385, Neil Magny. What do you think?
Minus 500? What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was minus 600. The line went down a little bit, so people are starting to see the line was on.
That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Minus 500, even minus 600 is even more ridiculous. Matthews has looked good in his last couple of fights. The Phil Rowe one, the Prado one, and Chokowani one. He got that quick finish over, so he has looked good. Magny got a great win last time, come from behind win as always. Against Zaleski. But you have to look at competition. Magny fought Pradas and Morales. I know Jake Matthews also fought Morales, and he lost by decision. Magny lost by finish. But still, man, I mean, Morales was further in his career. Pradas also finished him. I mean, I think the odds are ridiculous. I still take Jake Matthews here to win by decision. But the odds are ridiculous, man, because it's not like I'm not even 70-30 sure. I'm like maybe 55-45. Like that much percent if I go with Jake Matthews here. So, man, the odds are crazy to me. I'm taking Jake Matthews, so I shouldn't bitching, but I think the odds are crazy.
I'm taking the dog. I'm taking Magny. These odds are fucking crazy. Like, I'm definitely taking Magny. I just think it's a competitive fight. Again, if Neil doesn't get knocked out, it's always a competitive fight. Mm-hmm. Neil has a big reach advantage in this fight. He's fought way better competition throughout his UFC career. Like, if you look at Jake Matthews, yeah, he has like 20-something fights in the UFC, but like Marcel, his level of competition has not been that great overall.
No, that's true.
It's not compared to Magny. They fought a few common opponents like Morales and a few other guys, but for the most part, Neil's been fighting like. Let me ask you a question: if Carlos Prates fought Matthews, what would happen? He get knocked out, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Obviously, he fought Morales. They both fought Morales. They both lost. Now, Morales did knock out Neil, but fair enough. Gary would beat Matthews. Gilbert Burns probably beats him too. Shavkat beats him. All these guys probably beat him. So it's just like, I don't know. I get it. He's an older guy. He's almost 40 now, but he's still a good fighter, guys. Like, again, he has the most wins of all time in this division, more than George St. Pierre. These odds are extremely, extremely disrespectful to a guy that has literally won more than anyone else at 170.
I don't get it, dude. This shouldn't be that high of odds.
It's weird. It's always making me wonder. Now, again, the age is obviously is a bit of a concern. It's 7-year difference. Matthews is 30. Neil's 30. Neil's 38 now. Actually, Jake is 30. Jake's 31. Jake's 31. So it's a 7-year gap. Jake's looked good too. I mean, no doubt he's looked good lately. But again, like I think. Okay, let me ask you a question: who wins, Magny or Phil Rowe? They did fight. Who won? Magny.
I think Magny won by a split.
Yeah. Okay. Who wins, Magny or Prado? Who wins? Magny.
Yeah.
Who wins, Magny or Chidi? Probably Magny too. So I think he beats a lot of the same guys. Darius Flowers he beats too. Andre Fiallo he beats. He beats all these guys. So I don't really get it. Like I guess people think that Neil's shot. They also thought that against Zaleski. Now again, Zaleski's an older guy too. Cardio problem, chin issue. I get that, but like I don't know, man. Like these guys are. I think it's a competitive fight. Like these odds are crazy. Like it's not even just about the odds. Like I just think it's a competitive fight, but the odds push me over the edge if overall. So
yeah,
Magny by decision. Like I think this fight's going the distance. Like Jake doesn't really knock people out. I guess people think he'll take Magny down, possibly, but I don't know, man. I think it's going to be probably a decision. 29-28 Magny. There's my pick. I could be wrong, but I'm okay with being wrong about this one. I'll definitely take a shot on plus 385 dog. So there you go. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got Jack Jenkins against Ramon Tavares. And the odds for this one have Jack is a pretty big favorite here, Marcel, as well. Minus 280, Ramon plus 240. Got to take Jack Jenkins right in this one, I think, fighting at home. I think he's the better fighter. Obviously, he's coming off that fight with Gabriel Santos, but Gabriel Santos is very good. We always liked that guy. Very good. Other performances pretty solid overall in the UFC, except for the fight where he got injured against Chepe. Ramon Tavares, a decent fighter, but we saw against Davey Grant, super hittable. He's getting hit almost 8 times a minute. Significant strikes absorbed per minute, 7.41. That's really high. I also don't think he beat Seri City. I think he should be 0-2 0-2 in the UFC. So I haven't been too impressed by this guy. He obviously puts up good fights. He's a fun fighter to watch, but this is a setup fight for Jack Jenkins, man. It really is, and he should absolutely win this fight. Ramon is moving up as well to 145. Maybe it'll help his chin a bit. I don't know. I think Jenkins probably he might knock him out. He could knock him out, but at least a decision. So Jack Jenkins for sure is my pick. You agree?
Yeah, man, I'm not picking Ramon here. Listen, I like Ramon, but he's very wild. And I mean, his last fight, he looked decent, but Grant was better. I haven't been convinced yet, although I think he got the. What was the fight against Sari City? He won that fight, but I actually also think he didn't win that fight, So, yeah. So, Jack Jenkins, he got 2 losses. He lost in the UFC against Shepard, like you said, and against Gabriel Santos, but those are not bad losses, in my opinion, Look good against the other guys if he fought. Going with Jack Jenkins here, man. Probably by decision.
Yeah, that same pick was me, so there you go. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. Co-main event. Odds for this one have, as you expect, Jimmy Crute against Even Urslan, and Crute's the favorite at home. The Brute minus 175, Urslan plus 150. I think these odds are low, personally. Do you agree? Minus 175? I think it'd be higher.
The problem is Jimmy has, beside his last fight, he hasn't been really convincing, and Urslan also hasn't, but at least he looked pretty decent against Kuchalaba, But yeah, I mean, these guys are both very inconsistent and hard to call. I would think that Crute was maybe a little bit of a bigger favorite. Yeah, I agree with that. But by the way, I give you my pick, man. Jimmy Crute is going to win this fight. I don't give a shit about this fight. Yeah. I don't think it should be a co-main event at all. So yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a big name there. That's why I think. Come on, he deserves it more than Junior Tafa.
Yeah, of course he does. But still, man, this fight should be a co-main event.
And realistically, the best fight in the card is the main event. The second best fight is probably Nolan Campbell. Is it?
Nolan Campbell is good. I think Elliott against Micallef is good. I think Magny against Matthews makes sense.
That could have been co-main event, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah. Based on name value, you're right, actually, Marcel. That probably should have been, but they probably see that fight going the distance, and they probably see this one being a finish, I would guess, right?
I wouldn't be that sure if I were them, but
fair enough. I have Crute by submission. Do you agree with that?
That's possible. I haven't by decision, but it's possible.
Okay. Yeah, I think he wins, guys. I think it's another win in a row. Obviously, you had that nasty losing skate with the draws involved, but Ursulin's okay. He's decent, but he's nothing amazing. The fact he's in the co-main event is actually pretty shocking. I mean, it just shows how what the UFC's at right now. I mean,
Well,
too many fights.
at least they went to a better co-main event because Tafa against Aslan should never be co-main event. So
Unreal though, but it's crazy. Like apparently Netflix, you saw this news. Netflix
was close.
wanted UFC, but they didn't want the fight night cards. Apparently, they just wanted the pay-per-views. You saw that?
Yeah, I mean, can you can you blame them?
Yep. Anyways, let's go main event here, and definitely best fight in the card. Dominic Reyes against Carlos Ulberg. Odds for this one have Ulberg, as you'd expect, Marcel, minus 260 favorite, plus 220 Reyes. I think Reyes will be a popular underdog pick here. He definitely has the power to beat, Ulberg for sure. At the same time, though, guys, I can't pick against Carlos Ulberg. 8 straight wins is really impressive, regardless of what you think of this guy. I think he's a pretty solid fighter, really good striking, obviously, very marketable. I think he'll be fighting for the belt next, probably. So, yeah, I mean, Reyes, he's got knockout power. He's got a puncher's chance for sure, but I think Ulberg probably picks him apart here. 5-round fight. I think Ulberg wins by late stoppage, like maybe 3rd, 4th round. That's what I'm thinking here, Marcel. What do you think?
I think the UFC are a bunch of bitches for making this fight. That's what I think. Because they should have made Ulberg against Yuri on this card, and they should have done Reyes versus Roundtree. But they only did that so they could if Ulberg wins here, they can get him to a title. And if they did Ulberg against Yuri and Yuri wins, and Alex Pereira for some miracle wins against Micallef, that they had to do that for the third time while Alex already 2-0 against him. So kind of a bitch-ass matchmaking in my opinion. Reyes can win against him. He has the knockout power. And I'm picking Ulberg, so probably Reyes going to win because I'm always wrong with the Ulberg fights. Because I still don't think Ulberg clearly won against Jan last time,
It was close, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I also heard a lot of people who scored that fight for Jan, and I actually was also.
By the way, is Jan fighting Bogdan? Is that official? Or
it's not official, but I think it's done. Okay, it's probably done, but it's not announced for some reason.
Yeah, weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I only have one side, so I cannot go with it. But
fair enough.
yeah, I'm picking Ulberg probably by decision, but man, I don't know, man. It seems like to me that the UFC tries to get Ulberg into a title shot, and I would have respected more if they did Ulberg against Yuri, and if he beat Yuri, I would have been like, okay, Lex, that's good shit, And if he beats Reyes, listen, I'm still thinking Reyes good fighter, but at the same time, I still have in the back of my mind that he was chinny in this fight before he's going on a win streak here. So, what does it say, What do you do if Reyes wins? Do you give him a title shot? Do you match him up with somebody?
Probably the winner of. I don't know what you would do actually. Now that I think about it, because I think if he wins, actually, it depends what happens in the title fight. Because if Pereira wins, they might do a trilogy.
Yeah, I think. A trilogy with who?
With Micallef.
No, it's never going to happen. If Pereira wins, Micallef not getting a third fight. If Pereira wins, I think if Micallef wins, they're either going to choose between this one or Yuri against Roundtree. I think if Yuri wins against Roundtree, Yuri gets it over Ulberg. If it is Micallef,
I don't know. I mean, he's won 8 straight fights. If he wins this, it's 9 in a row. It's really hard to deny a guy a title shot with 9 straight wins. I'm reading True's comments. I kind of disagree, True. I mean, the thing is, like, if they didn't do the rematch between Pereira and Micallef, I think they would have given Ulberg the title shot personally. But the thing is, he got backed up, delayed. Go ahead.
His wins are okay, man, but it's also not convincing. You know what I mean?
Sure, but still, 8 wins in a row is still impressive. But they could easily have given him the title shot.
Easily. I don't hear you say that about Musasa, by the way. But
at least, yeah. But Ulberg's finished 5 guys. Who has finished? Who's Musasa finished?
Musasa fought higher level opponents than Ulberg did finish. So
Ulberg fought. Okay, he fought a former champion in Jan Blachowicz.
I said finish.
Oh, it finished. Menifield's a good finish, I would say. That one probably is.
Listen,
to be fair, yeah.
Menifield fought like Krylov against Reyes.
Got knocked out 12 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not saying, and even if he wins the belt, I mean, I wouldn't pick Ulberg against Micallef or Pereira probably, but I think that the UFC likes the guy. I mean, he's marketable, right? He's a good-looking dude. Big
the UFC has some big love for city kickboxing for some reason, And listen, the only 100% world-class fighters at City Kickboxing are Israel Adesanya and Alexander Volkanovski.
I'm surprised that Ulberg's not the kind of guy that would make you a little bit gay, Marcel, to be honest with you, because I
Sorry?
agree with this guy. I'm surprised Ulberg's not the kind of guy that make you a little bit gay, because he is, he's a handsome guy.
Oh, he looks good. I wouldn't say
There you
anything
go.
about.
There you go,
I
Marcel.
would,
There you go.
I'm just looking completely at fighting style and fighting. I'm not going to say anything. I mean, I'm 100% sure he had like 10, 20 chicks behind him when he was at school. For sure.
Oh, 100%. I mean, listen, the guy, he's marketable,
Yeah.
But again, I agree with you. The Jan fight wasn't amazing. That's why I think, he's been delayed a bit. But I think he'll be ahead. It depends, though, because the UFC loves fucking Khalil, dude. They love him. You know that. Because if Khalil knocks out Yuri, which could happen, they might bump.
I get so tired of this Khalil love by the UFC.
Khalil and Ankalaev, they would love that, man.
Ankalaev completely schools him.
If they want the boring big wank out, they won't give him Ulberg. The big wank. Marcel doesn't like you calling him boring. Marcel's offended. That's his guy.
No, I'm not offended. He can say whatever he wants. Plus, he's old, so
Appreciate that.
He's old, so his opinion is less interesting. Just getting through.
That's all right. All right. This comment. Personally, I don't think he saw that, but Laura creamed herself talking to him. So what did Juliana Pena when she was on Ariel's show a little while ago? I don't know if you saw that. She's like, holy shit, this guy's so handsome or something. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, you know what the funny thing is? Like, women can say it about men, but if men say it about women, right? Exactly, yeah.
Marcel, that it's like that meme where it's like, the lady on the telephone. She's like human resources. You know that meme I'm talking about, where it's like, that's exactly what it is. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
No, he comes in there and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she's like, "Oh, nice to meet you." You go in, and it's like, "Please help."
Yeah. Or it's like the thing with friends and each other. Like a guy is friends with another guy, and the guy is like, "Dude, you should go work out. You look fat, man." And then the women like to, "You go, girl. You go, girl. Women power. You look beautiful." Same thing. Bullshit. Guys are pretty honest against each other, so that's good.
True.
I always say that.
Let me do the recap here. I'm not putting the timestamp, but it's right after this.
I think you should go to Turkey for your hair, man. Just kidding.
Probably should.
No, man.
Losing it, man. Losing it. I gotta cut my hair. Actually, I prefer when it's bald. It's just easier.
Adam has more hair on his chest than on his head.
Jesus, I'm like the 40-year-old. I'm like what's the guy's name? Steve Carell and 40-year-old Virgin. I gotta do the waxing thing.
Kelly Clarkson. Rowston Ackman.
It actually kind of looked like him a little bit when he's got this. Like the first time UFC history, a guy was allowed to wear a sweater in the octagon.
Who said that online? Some journalist said it online, man.
I think it was Aaron. I think it might have been Aaron. I think he did
possible.
Actually.
Yeah.
Aaron's a funny guy. He's hilarious. All right, let me do the recap here. Start with the first fight. Excuse me. Both took Pericic. I took Carolina as a dog. Marcel took Montague. Both took Bedoya.
Now I know why you picked her. Because of the first name, you picked her as a dog, right?
Shut up. I got that one. I took Colby. I took Colby because of the last name, right? Thicknesse, because it reminds you of myself, right? So there you go. That's why you picked Josias Musasa, because it's African for small. That's why you took it, Marcel.
You picked Thicknesse because it makes you reminded you of your foreskin or something, or what?
Oh my god. Both took Petroski. Both took Micallef. That's consensus dog 1. Both took Thainara. I took Stirling. Marcel took the dog and Bellato. Both took Louie Sutherland, consensus dog 2. Both took Charlie Campbell, consensus dog 3. 3 consensus dogs. So that's solid. I took Magny as a dog. Marcel took Jake.
Luana Salto's going to love this podcast. 3 consensus dogs.
Both took Jenkins. Both took Kreutz, and both took Ulberg. So consensus dogs 3. I think I took 6 dogs. Oh my god, I took 6, and you took 5. Wait, no, you took 4. So
normally I pick more dogs than you, but this time you pick more dogs than me.
I mean, some of them are like they're guesses. Like, let's be honest. Like Magny's a bit of a guess, but I think he's got a chance. Like, I think you even think he has a chance. Like, obviously, like, would you be surprised if Magny wins a decision? No. Would you be surprised if Thicknesse won?
No.
Would you be surprised if Carolina won a decision?
No.
Probably not, right? Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if Bellato knocked out Stirling, either. Yeah. Like, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I mean, and there's some other fights. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ellison guy did knock out Pericic. Like, they're both low level.
I wouldn't be surprised if Reyes can catch Ulberg.
Yeah.
It's all possible.
I agree. But anyways, we have to make our picks, and there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't want
Yeah, fuck yeah, I like that shit. There you go. Look at he's got the button and everything. Thank God the wife. True, you're lucky she didn't see that hairy chest, man. She would love that shit, dude. She'd leave me for you, bro. Leave you for me. I mean, she'd leave you for me. Younger, more handsome guy with more chest hair. That's an easy one, Marcel. So, all right, let's go to the contender recap. You want to do that? I think we should do contender. All right, cool. Let's go. Okay. Let me pull it up here.
Don't pull it off.
You know what? I'll say this. Other than the first episode, it's been a pretty good season, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay. I mean, I still think too many guys getting contracts, but it's hard to deny some guys, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I think he got it right on this. I've only disagreed with like one or two contracts, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think Dana's been pretty good this year with it. Like, I don't know if it's him picking or if he's getting help from Mick, but he's making good picks. By the way, if any of you tell Adam or Marcel's picks, cash bets, there you go. Look at this guy. He works. We got to tip this dude, man. He works for Oddsbreaker basically now. Have at it. I'll trade. Oh my God, true. Don't let the wife see that, man. It's funny. Yeah, we'll talk about you in a second. What's up, Bipolar? We'll talk about him. We'll talk about him for sure. But let's do the recap from last week. Cody Chovanchek, Canadian guy, 3rd round finish, gets the contract. 100% for sure. And I don't know if he'll get in Vancouver. It's in a couple weeks, so probably not. But, very good signing. Paddy McCrory fights like a weasel, as True says, Marcel. Horrible fight. Horrible fight. Dana's just pissed off, doesn't sign him. What's funny? After the fight, they usually show the guy walking behind the desk and they give him props. They didn't show. They cut right away to the next fight. Like they knew. And then when Paul Felder did the power rankings, they didn't mention this fight. They didn't mention it, dude. Tommy Gant wins by submission. Spectation Sports guy. I thought he looked really good. The other guy cheated. 2 fence grabs. Herb Dean took a point. Fucking cheating guy. Gets the finish though. Ewo gets the knockout 20 seconds. Incredible. And then Hector Souza gets the decision. I think normally, to be honest with you, he doesn't get signed, but because of the situation with his dad dying of cancer the day before, you have to sign the guy. I mean, Dana doesn't care about 10-10. You know what I mean? So normally I think that they might pass on him there, Marcel, but the situation, you kind of have to be nice and give the guy a contract. I think Dana made the right calls on all of them. What do you think?
It was also very, dominant in the fight. In the first round looked really good, but after that it kind of went down. But I
agree with that.
The problem what I only have with the Ewo guy, great win, but we only saw 20 seconds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't not sign him, though. You're not going to pass.
100% sure. 100% agree. You cannot not sign him, But we basically don't know anything. The only thing we know is that he got knockout power, and that his opponent should be sure to not have his chin in the air.
Dude, his chin was right up in the. Actually, he didn't punch him on the chin. He punched him in the cheek. I don't know if you saw that. He didn't even get him on the chin, which is a big concern, I would say.
Yeah, and his name was Muhammad Ali. I don't think if Muhammad Ali saw that, he would be very proud. But it's the contracts made sense, I think.
Yeah, I agree. The McCrory fight. Your thoughts on that fight, really quick?
Oh, that was horrible, man. I mean, the guy. Listen, the most spectacular thing in that fight was the tattoo of the Korean guy. So no, it was really bad.
And I'll say this: I don't blame just McCrory. It takes 2 to tango. Both guys looked terrible, I thought. And to be honest with you, the other guy looked even worse. There were people like Strickland was hyping this guy up. All these people were hyping him up. This guy, we were wrong about him. We both picked him, and that was a bad pick. But I think we both had Chovanchek, right? Didn't we both have him last week?
We both picked Chovanchek. Yeah.
So we had a consensus dog. Anyways, all right. So that's good for contender. Let's go to the new contender. So that's this week. There's 4 episodes left. It goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes very fast, actually. Yeah.
I was shocked when I saw it was episode 7. I was like, really? All right, let's get your thoughts on these fights. Let me pull up the odds. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. I don't know the actual the boater. I've seen different boaters on Tapology, ESPN, and Best Fight Odds, so I don't know for sure.
Okay, on Instagram, the Dana White Contender Series Instagram is used again, so they always put the bout order. It's there if you need it.
Okay, I think the first fight's the Rafael Tobias against Jair. What's his name?
Oliveira.
Yeah, he's got different names. Castro Viana. The guy's 10 fucking names. It's like a lot of these Brazilian fighters. We'll just say Yair, not
Yeah.
Yair Rosenstrike. This guy's not as good. But yeah, Tobias is a big favorite, minus 350, and the other guy plus 285. I mean, I think Tobias probably knocks him out, right?
Yeah, I'm also going with Tobias. I also think he wins. I think the Yair guy, he basically fought only one guy with a winning record, and he was 1-0. So
I think he's undefeated, right? But like
he
the
is,
level of
but
competition's really bad. Like
I mean, look here, 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, 1-0, 7-7, 3-5.
he fought me, you, Sean Sheehan, and True. That's his 4 opponents.
And he got 3 regional titles. So
yeah. He fought the bunch of the heavyweights, Marcel. There we go. All right, or light heavyweights. Yeah, we're light heavyweights now, Marcel. Let's go to the next fight here. We got Javier Reyes, right, against Justice Torres, I think. And that's the next fight. I think this fight could be good. Reyes minus 170, Torres plus 145. He's taking on short notice for Robbie Ring. I think that was the original opponent. So comes with Fury fighting. You know, if Alex was on, he would definitely pick this guy. You know he would if Alex was on the show. I don't know. I also he lost this year. It's kind of crazy, that he gets a shot after losing this year. It's kind of wild, but he's won 2 straight since then. I gotta go with the Reyes guy though, man. I think he's probably the better fighter, full camp, and also I think he's fought better competition, more fights. Gotta go with Reyes. You?
I'm really surprised you're actually going with Reyes because Justice Torres is from the camp from Joshua Van and Michael Aswell. You know,
I know.
Those are his teammates.
So and the other guy too. What's his name? The new guy we had last week. What was it?
Jesus. Yeah. Well, whatever. Whatever.
Alden Correa.
Alden Correa. Oh yeah. Man, I was thinking about Contender Series, man, but you meant Noche. Yeah, Alden Correa. That's an interesting fight. This one, man. Reyes has a loss to that Lyrian Douglas guy who won in the not the last Contender Series, but the one before. I think it will be competitive, man. I'm not sure about this one. I'm also leaning Javier Reyes, but I might change. I might change.
All right, here we go, Marcel. I'm not going to say the name. You want to do this one for the women's fight?
Yeah, it's Jaisla Chavez against Sofia Montenegro.
Okay, there you go. Sofia, minus 160. Gislea, I can't even pronounce the name. It's a hard one. Plus 140. I'll take Sofia by decision. What do you think?
Yeah, makes sense. Jaisla has also only fought 0-2 and 0-4 opponents. And 0-0.
He's also knocked out too.
Yeah. I'm taking Montenegro as well, probably here. So
there you go. And if she wins, she'll join that other fighter with a similar nickname in the UFC. There was a Contender Series. What's his name?
You mean Jesus, the Peruvian guy, right?
Yeah, El Gallo
Negro, Kevin Borjas. You have another one. You have also El Cacharo Negro. What's his name? Roberto, the guy who fought David Onama.
Roberto Romero, I think.
Yeah, Roberto Romero. Yeah, El Charro Negro.
What does that mean? What's a charro?
The black cowboy.
Oh, that's a cool nickname, actually. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We got Bertazali Magomedov against Brian Zucher. This is a good fight. To be honest with you, this could be in the UFC, I think. I think it's a solid fight. This is better than some of the fights on Perth. I'll start. This is tough. I actually think this is tough. I think Zurcher's pretty good. I think he's solid. Has really good experience in PFL too. It's tough. I want to pick him, but at the same time, Magomedov, man, very impressive too. Undefeated. Both undefeated, right? Neither guy's lost. Zurcher's lost as an amateur though. That's the one thing. I think Magomedov, but this could go either way. What do you think?
I also feel Magomedov, man, but I think it's a competitive fight, man. I think this is a really good fight. Should have been maybe the main event.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, also Magomedov, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zurcher wins because I think he's pretty good as well.
I'm going to try my best with this name, guys. Okay, Danny Barber, Montes Condrat Avicius. This is a hard. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll be honest with you. We'll see this week. Danny is the favorite, minus 148. Montes plus 128. And I think, the odds open minus 250, so it went down a little bit. I don't think it should be main event. I think the other fight should be. I do think I agree with you. I'll take Barber, but I don't know. The other guy from Cage Warriors could definitely pull it off. What do you think?
Yeah, difficult, man. I think Danny Barber is okay. What I've seen from him. And what's the other name? Montas Condratavicius. Yeah, I've seen
You're
him
good
in
at it.
Cage. Yeah,
Nice job.
thanks. I've seen him in Cage Warriors once, and he got the win over Michael Chamu, a quick win. So what can you say about it?
Yeah.
And he lost at that Virgil guy who is the Irish champion right now. So that's
Yeah, he
not a
fought
bad
Nares
loss.
too. That's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad loss, man. The Virgil guy is pretty decent, you know.
Yep.
I'm picking the Mantas guy. I'm picking the
Okay, there you go. So you
Lithuanian.
have a dog. You can hit the button if you want.
There you go.
These aren't official picks, anyways.
Oh.
Like but all right. A couple other comments. Marcus missed a show. Sorry, Marcus. And we went really early today, but it just made more sense to do it than do it tomorrow. Antoine as well. You just woke up, Antoine? My guy, Antoine. Again, well, I mean, listen, we want all you guys in the chat. We love and appreciate you guys, but you can go back and watch the show. Do it while you're, doing some work or something. Listen to it. Here, I have a question from Lazy Bed. We got a question, I should say. Give me 2 unranked fighters you feel will be ranked by the end of 2026. Well, I have one at least. I have one.
Yeah, you go first, then let me think.
The guy we just mentioned, Alden Correa. I think, beating Costa is a big win. I think, Marcel, he looked good in that fight. I think he gets one more win against someone in the bottom of the top 15. He'll get in the ranking. So I think him. Also, Andre Lima, another flyweight. I think those two guys in the men's division. And as far as women go, if you go women, like, the bantamweight division is pretty shit. So to be honest with you, it's terrible. The winner of Carolina and Montague could be ranked.
Carolina's ranked, but she's ranked. Okay. She's ranked at 125.
Okay, but she moved up.
Yeah. I wanted to say Andre Lima, so that's the one I wanted to say.
Sure thing.
Yeah, it is. You picked two. He asked for one. With the women, Jesus, the girl. The girl that won an LFA against Lani Silva a week ago. I
forgot. So pissed when she lost.
No, Lanny. I wasn't. I told you, like, if this hits the ground, she's fucked, and I knew it was going to hit the ground. Bertolso is her name. Aisha Bertolso. You should keep her in mind. I think she might be top 15 next year.
You think they'll just sign her outright, or she'll have to go contender?
I think they sign her all right away. I think.
Fair enough. All right. By the way, this is funny. Should have brought Nick Ring back. Nick Ring, dude. When they used to joke about the first openly gay fighter, it was Jeff Molina. I used to think about Nick Ring. Remember Ultimate Fighter? Yeah. A lot of people thought he was. There was all over the internet. That was a rumor, but he wasn't. Apparently.
Yeah, his nickname was Cock, right?
It was actually the Promise, Nick the Promise Ring. He was Canadian guy, another Canadian guy. What fight do you guys like? Oh, no worries, Antoine. We said main event: Tom Nolan, Charlie Campbell, and Jonathan Micallef, Oban, Elliott. Right, those 3.
Yeah.
What's another one? Give me one more.
I think Jack Jenkins against Tavares can be a fun fight, but
Colby, Thicknesse, and Josias Musasa. I think that could be fun potentially, but we'll see. It's pretty bad. Women's 135 is.
I think 125 is the best division.
They just signed some 115ers, didn't they? I think they signed a few new ones, so they're trying their best to beef it up like the heavyweights. All right, that's a good way to end the show. Awesome. All right, so we'll end there. We did just over an hour, but we had to cover all that stuff for you guys. All right, so we're gonna do fight announcements. You guys can ask us questions. We'll go for like 30 minutes. Marcel, sounds good?
Yeah, 30 minutes.
All right, guys, let me tweet it out. I'm gonna close this podcast. We'll do fight announcements. Give me 1 sec.